Beautiful though can the ocean be? Like, I took my juniors out for the first time. Do you want to we'll read out these ones first.
Yep.
The Lure Salties, North Narrabeen Reef Fried Beans, probably hoping for a bit of a better start this time. The Banshees from Bateman's Bay. The Reality Queens, a solid reserve grade crew, probably just having a hit out this morning, and the North Stain Penguins.
Yep. No, what we were saying before is, yeah, it's just the seas and all that. You got to respect. I mean, you go out. I was looking. I don't know if you ever saw that 100-foot wave on.
Yep.
Unbelievable document.
For a training camp, and the local said, "Don't go in front of the pine trees."
Yep.
We
Well, they're away in this race now. So we can see going out through the middle, the two middle crews, which is Ali's 3 and 4. They've taken off very, very quickly now.
Yeah, Bateman's Bay. I mean, they are just such strong girls, and Queenscliff, I would have thought, would be right.
Queenscliff are holding them, I can tell you that now.
Yeah, two really quality crews here. I mean,
the crew coming third is not too bad. Actually, third and fourth still close, and the one behind at the moment is the Allura Salties.
Yeah, this is a very competitive division. Like I said,
yeah.
A lot of these crews will be lining up in the reserve grades, and they're just here for a bit of a hit out first up. You know, the Banshees have had a name change. They just because they've got a new rower in there this year, but you know they're still making state finals in reserve grade at the moment, and they've got a really competitive open crew as well at the moment down at Bateman's Bay. So success breeds success. You know,
well,
I think they'll be hard to beat today, but these Queenscliff girls are giving them a red hot run.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know that Tamara Braun would love to be rowing, and I think she rows in the 160s, if I remember.
She does, yeah.
And they've won about 3 or 4 of them in a row too, so but she would love to be rowing, but she did a bit of dancing a few months ago and did her
unreal.
ACL.
She's got one of the best dance floor injuries I've ever seen. She's currently walking around in a fairly good-looking knee brace. Well, she's not walking around, she's sitting down, so when you get down here, for everyone else still coming to compete, make sure you go find her.
Oh, which crew's that one? No, that was very tight.
Yeah.
He went into his can there.
Yeah,
tight.
He's gone in pretty tight there and probably lost a little bit of boat speed as a result. But look, you know, Neil will get it back, and you can just see the swell starting to build out the back a bit more now. There's run in them, but you just got to have to work them really hard. There goes North Narrabeen around, that incredibly special crew.
They're just nice and strong now, aren't they?
They are.
Looking very controlled.
There's a lift here, so they'll put the legs down, you know, and push those legs straight into the seat, keep their bodies back, and let the boat run.
Yeah.
This is going to be close here coming in because they're not. Bateman's Bay's probably just got a boat length or so on them. You can't really see it on the screen, but just a boat length or so on them. But, you know, if one of these waves sits up, and it's not going to take much for this Queenscliff crew just to rate it up a bit, and then they could come through from behind. So we could see another repeat of what just happened with the Freshie guys. And that's the danger now with the tide coming in, is it's going to sit up right on the line, so you're never over and you've never won it to cross the line.
He's now encouraging him even more. Look at that. And it's just like riding a surfboard, the way they stand in the back like that, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And this is one of the things you look for in new sweeps, is that ability to be able to hold the balance. Yeah. You know, some people stand up and they just can't stand up. I encourage the kids to get up really young now, just to give it a go, because they've got no fear.
I encourage. I know the old wave skis that I've got the old.
Yeah.
If you want to learn to go out through the surf, learn on one of those.
On a wave ski, yeah.
Because you've got no speed, and you get out through the break.
Yeah.
And you've got to work it to get through the break.
Yeah, that's a good win from the Banshees there, and Queenscliff coming through in behind. Yeah, when I first started to row, Macro, who was our sweep, he actually took us out on a few boards, just to, you know, because I'd never rowed a surfboat or anything before, and just to get the feel of the wave. And quite often I'll sit with Macro or sit with a couple of sweeps and just, you know, look at the waves to go, that's when it's lifting, that's when it's going, and that's when you've got to go to, or instruct your crew to go. So a lot of sweeps will, you know, won't sit in their tent. I don't sit in the tent. I sit down on my boat the whole time, just watching the alley that I'm in next. Because as you know, the alleys change.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, you can be in alley 1 minute, and you know it's different in alley 5, and then you're in alley 5 and it's different again. So you've really got to keep an eye on the surf. If you've got a good crew, you're watching those things, because that's your job as the sweep.
Yeah, I know, absolutely.